Morning steps over the old back fence, a soft gold mercy without pretense. Dust turns holy in a patient ray, and for the first time in a long, long time, the light decides to stay. I used to hold my breath for storms, build my walls in thunder forms, kept a code for every doubt, wore it in and never out. I learned to oil my noisy doors, sweep the anger off the floors, name the tools that mend a day, and leave the rest to walk away. Now coffee warms a gentler bone, silence feels like something grown. The window writes a softer way, the light knows me and it stays. Count to 4 with the ribs, not pride. Let breathe be the long, clean guide. If yesterday knocks with a louder say, smile one step back, let daylight pray. Light learns to stay. It doesn't beg for proof. It climbs the slate of an ordinary roof, pours through the rooms I used to grade. No trumpet, no parade, just mercy without sway. I open both my hands and watch the light, how to stay. I walk the block with a listener's gate, arriving early, leaving late. A neighbor's hinge confesses rust. We share a rag and trade in trust. 2 kids chalk rings around the sun, argue colors, call it done. Their mother laughs a working hymn. I hold the bag and breathe with them. I used to crown myself with flame, burn the evening just to name a victory no dawn could wait. Now light keeps score by staying. Breathe on 4, let strings lean low, let piano leave space where meanings grow. If pride returns for a louder play, point it to bread and let it stray. Light learns to stay. It doesn't beg for proof. It climbs the slate of an ordinary roof, pours through the rooms I used to grade. No trumpet, no parade, just mercy without sway. I open both my hands and watch the light, how to stay. There's a drawer of unmailed lines, letters to bridges and winter vines. I send a few with kinder ink, I keep a few so time can think. The mirror does a gentler job, leaves out the blade, keeps in the saw. I button patience, stitch it neat, and wear it where my pulse can meet. The man I was is not a ghost. He sets the table, pours the toast. We eat our peace in common clay, the living proof the light can stay. Count to 4 till the heart stands sure. Let quiet be strong and good be pure. If memory begs for a harsher day, I turn the lamp and let it pray. Light learns to stay. It doesn't beg for proof. It climbs the slate of an ordinary roof, pours through the rooms I used to grade. No trumpet, no parade, just mercy without sway. I open both my hands and watch the light learn how to stay. Bring me the locks I force for show, I'll oil them now and let them go. Bring me the names I said too sharp, I'll speak them soft each night to heart. Bring me the miles, I sprinted thin, I'll walk them back with broader skin. Let slide guitar bend once, then rest. Let bass keep time inside the chest. If victory wants a neon sign, give it supper, salt and thyme. If power asks what is for today, to keep the light and let it stay. Say less, stand plain, count to 4, remain. A letter arrives with a thank you hand. About that gate you came to mend. I fold the note the quiet way, a small receipt for a brighter day. The mailbox hums a copper cord, the porch boards nod like they're restored. I sweep the dust, I spare the bees, I leave the clover for their ease. The sky puts silver on the lane, and even shadows lose their strain. They're only proof of what life says. I'm here, I'm warm, I'll stay. Hold that 4, let the snare lie low, let the organ breathe and the strings say go. If glory turns with a borrowed play, offer a chair, then fade to day. Light learns to stay. It doesn't beg for proof. It climbs the slate of an ordinary roof, pours through the rooms I used to grade. No trumpet, no parade, just mercy without sway. I open both my hands and watch the light learn how to stay. I sit with dusk like an old good friend, naming the ways we didn't bend, the doors we oiled, the words we saved, the hours we gave to the unenslaved. I phone the man I used to fear. We trade our names and drop a year. No ledger speaks, no tally calls, just space enough for mercy's walls. And when I hang the gentler line, I feel the color turn from wine to wheat to bread to daily grace. The light keeps finding my face. Streetlight flickers like a tired eye, wind files papers in the midnight sky. 1 step, 2 step, echoes keep score. My shadow walks ahead to check the door. No throne tonight, no jury to tame, just me and a road that remembers my name. I learned to travel with a smaller flame, to warm my hands without calling fame. Pocket the thunder, lease the rain, spend my silence like I'm buying pain. The buildings nod the way old men do, they know the years and the rent come due. I don't ask mercy to change his mind, I just walk straighter and pay on time. It's true that only the pavement tells, in the seams of the city where patience dwells. My heartbeat counts like a warm bass drum, fall to the soul till the fears go numb. I don't need choir, I don't need crown, I'll polish my footsteps and put them down. Count to 4 with the ribs, not the tongue. Let the breath hold steady where the song began young. If the night wants secrets, let the night refrain. The road already knows my name. The road remembers my name. Every mile, every vow I couldn't explain. It holds my weight without complaint, turns my rage to a thinner paint. I walk without banners of blame, and still the road remembers my name. I used to measure worth by noise, by how fast men turned into boys. Now I measure by what I spare, who gets to keep their little share. The river under bridges hums a hymn for late and lonesome ones. It sings of bargains I didn't take, of a softer hand I learned to make. No entourage, no last man, just a pocket watch and a steady hand. I keep the hour like a borrowed tune, let patience gather like a later moon. If history knocks with a bleeding fist, I open the window and let out the mist. Breathe on the floor, let the snare brush slow, let the string pad bloom and then let go. If pride asks loud to be renamed, tell it the road remembers my name. The road remembers my name. Every scar I turned into aim. It doesn't praise, it doesn't blame, it just holds stride when the world plays games. I give the night my simplest claim. I'm here, I'm home, and the road knows my name. There's a diner with a stubborn light, a bell that rings like it forgives the night. The waitress pours mercy in a chip blue cup, says you look like someone who keeps getting up. I laugh the way a quiet man laughs, short and true with the edges half. I tip the jar for the prayer she keeps, for the janitor's gospel and the cook who weeps. We don't trade testimonies, we trade the air. A little more honest, a little less glare. Then back to the sidewalk's honest frame. It nods again, it knows my name. Hold that four, let the piano blink. One note hanging on the edge of think. If memory begs me to play its game, I wave and walk, the road knows my name. The road remembers my name. When love was a fever and I learned to abstain, when anger was copper on a lightning chain, when losses were teachers I had to entertain. I didn't win, I learned to remain, that's enough. The road remembers my name. Bring me the miles I wore too fast, bring me the hours that chose to last. Bring me the letters I never sent, the anger I folded till it went. Let the guitar bend where the breath won't go, let the bass say yes when the doubts say no. If purpose is simple, it sounds like this: a footstep that doesn't need applause to exist. Breathe, count to 4. Leave what you can't retrieve here. I pass a church with a crooked sign, it whispers grace to the unaligned. I don't go in, but I understand. Some doors you honor by staying a man. Across the street a pawn shop sleeps, dreaming of rings and the hands they keep. I used to trade tomorrow for a sharper crown. Now I trade perfection for laying it down. There's a widow watering a hanging fern. She waves like someone who had to learn how to love the world that took her world. I tip the brim and the flags unfurled. D minor moon in a narrow frame, it paints my coat and spells my name. Slow and low, let the strings exhale, let the trumpet whisper like a faithful trail. If fate requests a loud acclaim, I sign with quiet, the road knows my name. The road remembers my name. passions I refuse to flame, in the doors I open without a claim, in the boys who gotta walk home the same. No medal required, no public acclaim, just this: the road remembers my name. The road remembers my name. Through every silence I learned to frame, through every storm I chose to tame, through every mercy I let remain. Ride it in asphalt, ride it in rain. I walk, I breathe, I'm still the same. No witness needed, no trumpet flame. I'm home wherever the road knows my name. Streetlight blinks and settles true. Wind files nothing. Morning rests open on a kitchen tile. Steam writes mercy in a cursive smile. I count my breath like coins I've signed. When the battles are over, there's nothing left but kind. I kept a ledger made of iron and ash, roll out totals in the soldier's sash. I measured men by the weight they threw, built taller walls than truth could shoot. But doors don't sing for a fist that pounds, they learn the hands that spare their sounds. I traded thunder for a humbler grind and found the only wealth I keep is kind. Now small tools wait where anger stood, a cloth, some oil, a plan for good, a quiet bench, a chair aligned. What power remains is the power to be kind. Count to 4 with the ribs, not pride. Let breathe be the long, clear guide. If memory knocks with a sharpened mind, set down the blade, pick up the kind. There's nothing left but kind. When all the gold goes dim, when neon quits its grind, and brass forgets to hymn. No louder crown to find, no sharper law to sign. When life is finally underlined, there's nothing left but kind. I pass a stoop with a lopsided rail, 2 screws shy of a safer tale. A neighbor shrugs, I meant to fix. We trade a laugh for nails, 6 ticks. No sermon there, no proof to stage, just borrowed time from a quieter age. He says, you save me, I shake my head. You'll do the same for someone's bread. We write a treaty with a level line, tight grain joint, the edge is fine. The street learns patience intertwined with smaller work that chooses kind. Breathe on 4, let strings lean low, let piano leave space where meanings grow. If pride returns politely blind, open the window, call in kind. There's nothing left but kind. When all the gold goes dim, when neon quits its grind, and brass forgets to hymn. No louder crown to find, no sharper law to sign. When life is finally underlined, there's nothing left but kind. I wore a suit that made rooms bow, silk like thunder on a clever brow. It held my fears with polished pins, looked like power, felt like sins. I hung it up where ghosts undress, watched it wilt into something less. Denim and linen learned my spine, taught my shoulders a gentler line. What good is iron without a door? What good is more when you need restore? I stitch my name in a softer bind, a coat that fits the weather of kind. Count to 4 till the heart stands sure. Let quiet be strong and good be pure. If yesterday asked for a stricter fine, offer your hands and call it kind. There's nothing left but kind. When all the gold goes dim, when neon quits its grind, and brass forgets to hymn, no louder crown to find, no sharper law to sign. When life is finally underlined, there's nothing left but kind. Bring me the locks I forced for show, I'll lower them now and let them go. Bring me the names I said too hard, I'll speak them soft in the backyard. Ooh. Bring me the miles I sprinted then, I'll walk them back with broader skin. Let slide the tar band once, then rest. Let bass keep time inside the chest. If victory begs for a neon shrine, feed it bread, water it kind. Say less, stand plain, count to 4, remain. A letter waits with a quiet thanks about the hinge by the garden planks. I fold it twice the simple way, a receipt for time I chose to stay. Down at the corner a widow stares at groceries tall as Republic cares. We split the weight across 2 streets, neither hero, just human feats. No choir call, no corn was signed. We reached the door, the rest was kind. She touched my wrist, said bless your mind. I answered yours, we're both aligned. Hold that 4, let the rim click, pray. Let mercy sign the day. If thunder knocks with a blazing mind, show it the sink, we're in sync kind. There's nothing left but kind. When all the gold goes dim, when neon quits its grind, and brass forgets to hymn, no louder crown to find, no sharper law to sign. When life is finally underlined, there's nothing left but kind. I open the drawer of unmailed lines, apologies stitched to winter vine. Some I send with a steady pen, some I keep for the kitchen's amen. A boy drops coins in a dented jar, saves for a bike like a private star. Out a bill in a folded slide, don't sign my name, let luck decide. He don't smile way and doesn't know, that's the point of certain glow. The brightest lights are undesigned, they warm the room and leave it kind. There's nothing left but kind. When all the gold goes dim, when neon quits its grind, and brass forgets to hymn, writing his scribe on the windows, lighting shafts for Placer Brand. Monet penning his sticker saying, when life is finally underlined, Julius Butter liver fight. There's nothing left but kind. There's nothing. The lamp still glows where her shadows stay. The sheets remember every vow we made. The air still hums a name in smoke. Each breath I take feels half broke. The room's too small for the truth I hide. The clock ticks slow, takes love's side. And the night, she knows bed don't lie. I kept her voice in a drawer of dreams. Between the laughter in the screams. Her touch still burns on my left hand, a ghost that time don't understand. The whiskey whispers, let her go, but I drink slow, I already know. She left the room but stayed inside, 'cause the bed don't lie. Her hair still caught on a cotton thread, her scent still sleeps where my heart once bled. Every morning feels like crime. The sunlight hurts, it steals my time. The coffee's cold, the cup still waits, like the heart that love negates. The truth sits here unamplified. The bed don't lie. Ain't no preacher need to tell my sin. Her ghost still crawls beneath my skin. I built these walls, but they still speak, whispering her name each lonely week. No hymn can drown the way she sighed, no cross can wash the tears I hide. And when the dark begins to slide, the bed don't. I sleep on one half, the other's hers, like two worlds split by whispered words. Her pillow sinks like memories wait, still warm with everything I hate. The window hums her tune again, I breathe her in and curse her name. No truth left here to justify. 'Cause the bed don't lie. I found a note beneath the frame. It didn't say much, just signed a name. No love, you know I'll be fine. Just silence carved between the lines. The ink was dry, the words were true. She said, you'll know what I can tell you. Now every night I ask her why. But the bed don't lie. The man in the mirror looks back slow, says you reap the seed you let her sow. Tired, calm, just like me, living in the space where ghosts still breathe. He don't judge, he just recalls every promise scratched on these walls. And he says low, like a lullaby, the bed don't lie. I used to laugh when the rain would fall. I just wait for her to call. Her voice comes soft through thunder's hum. Love ain't dead, it's just gone numb. Each tear I hide feels justified. Each silence sounds like her goodbye. No preacher left to sanctify. stay long. The sheets remember her final song. I reach for her shadow, it slips through, just like every prayer I try to do. Each note I play, the silence replies. Each chord confesses, each echo cries. And in the hush I testify. The bed don't lie. I ain't holy, I ain't free, but a ghost still keeps time with me. If heaven's soft, she ain't that kind. She lives in the corners of my mind. I see her smile where the curtains fall. The sin so sweet it forgives it all. And though the night pretends to die, the bed don't lie. Ain't no choir to sing our tune, just the hum of lost beneath the moon. Sheets morning sits warm on a faithful chair. Piano breath rides easy, yeah. Cup in my hand, a scar on the rim. I toast the burdens that taught me to swim. Not every weight was an enemy. I used to curse the stone I hold, swore at the sky like the blame it called, held my jaw like a rusted clamp, burned my name into every lamp. Then one long winter showed me slow how steady shoulders make rivers grow. I learned to breathe beneath the load, count my steps, repair the road. A boy with fury, a man with hands. I traded thunder for honest plan. The spine I earned from agony became the weight that loved me. Count to 4 with ribs, not a rage. Let breath uncrease the page. If yesterday begs for injury, say thank you, storm, you carried me. This is the way that loved me. It pressed me down to rise. It taught my knees the country, put daylight in my eyes. No crown could do what burden did. No speech could name this sea. I found a stronger mercy in the weight that loved me. A door once stuck where my temper lived. I pushed and kicked what a hinge forgives. Later I learned the drop of oil, the gentle truth that saves the soil. I held a friend through his midnight ache, let grief speak floods until it broke. We didn't dam it with clever talk, we kept the lamps and took the walk. Some weights are names you refuse to drop, a vow you keep at the quiet shop. Hold steady here, make bread, pour tea, let ordinary carry me. Breathe on 4, let strings lean low, let piano leave space where meanings grow. If pride returns like a debtor's plea, tell it kindness carried me. This is the way to love me. It pressed me down to rise. that love me. I wore a suit that cost me sleep, silk on the surface, the lining cheap. It taught me how a shine can lie, how fabric strains when rooms run dry. I hung it up beside my rage, watch both grow small with age. Now denim truth and linen calm hold me closer than any song. The bills I paid, the debts I owe, the promises I haul like a road. They didn't drown, they disciple me. Cut keys to doors I couldn't see. Count to 4 till the heart stands sure. Let quiet be strong and good be pure. If memory has to set me free, say burden, tune the key. This is a way to love me. It pressed me down to rise, it taught my knees a country, put daylight in my eyes. No crown could do what burden did, no speech could name the sea. I found a stronger mercy in the way they love me. Bring me the stones I threw at night, I'll build a hearth that keeps us alive. Bring me the names I lifted wrong, I'll sing them slow inside this song. Bring me the locks I forced for show, I'll oil them now and let them go. Let slide guitar bend once then rest, let bass keep time inside the chest. If victory wants a neon claim, feed it bread and call it plain. If power asks what love can be, a weight you share, not just a key. Say let's stand true, count to 4, come through. I met a widow on Market Street, carried her bags through summer heat. She didn't cry, she didn't preach, just split the load in equal reach. We walked 3 blocks like a small parade, a chorus built of what hands laid. She said, I thought I'd break in two. I said, not now, look me into. I learned that love is not a blaze, it's cooler light on longer days. The heaviest kindness quietly becomes a weight that loves me. Hold that 4, let the rim click, pray. Let mercy sign the day. If thunder begs for history, let burdens ride the victory. This is the way that love me. It pressed me down to rise, it taught my knees the country, put daylight in my eyes. No crown could do what burden did. The room forgets to breathe a while, the bass walks slow in a measured style. The lights hang low like patient eyes. I straighten truth, remove disguise. A match goes out but leaves its heat. The snare taps vows beneath my feet. And the night, she nods without defiance. She knows a king built out of size. I lay my bricks on quiet ground, where thunder fades and nerves unbound. No shouting crown, no borrowed praise, just steady hands through weaker days. I learned to make the chaos store when storms arrive with cheap reliance, I answer with a house of silence. I took the road that bends through rain, let patience clean the bitter stain. I spend my pride in smaller coins and fix my spine in broken joints. The mirror bowed, the rage withdrew, and in its place the iron grew. I learned to tune the world's appliance by holding time in quiet silence. Ain't no preacher teach this art. You learn it losing half your heart. You let the hunger slow it spin. You lock the door, then breathe within. You shape the flame, you choose its height. You keep it fed but out of sight. And when the noise demands compliance, you answer with your built-in silence. So pour one for the men who never boast, who save their words for when they're most. He laughs low, unmoved by violence. He wears his power built from silence. It hums like oak, it shines like stone, a sovereign calm that stands alone. I ain't begging fate for guidance. I move the night with forced out silence. The barmaid knows when storms walk in. She sees the swagger, hears the din. She sets my glass, the room takes note. A hush slides under every throat. The organ breathes a velvet chord. The kick keeps time with no reward. A single nod, a small compliance. The whole place turns on quiet signs. I keep my laws in leather bound. No gilded edges, plain and sound. Hold back your heat, conserve your fire. Let wants be tested by desire. Speak once, speak true, then let it stand. Correct your course with open hand, and never trade your soul for pence. You're worth the price of your own silence. The man in the mirror taps the frame, says, boy, you finally learned your name. It ain't the roar that gets it done. It's staying still till battle's won. No blade to wave, no stage defense, just presence, weight, and consequence. He points and smiles, a mild alliance. Your crown is carved from patient silence. A murmur climbs from jealous chance, a petty tide that swells and crests. They bait the spark, they prime the fuse. They hope I like what they can't use. I raise my hand an inch or two. The wave forgets what it should do. The snare resumes, the bass finds guidance. Obedient to measured silence. Pour one for the man who reads the signs, who slows a storm with steady lines. He hums low, declines of violence. He bends the dark with built-in silence. Raise your glass to iron grace, to eyes that calm a crowded place. No throne, no roar, no license, just sovereign heat and crafted silence. set in midnight scene. The room suspends its restless weight. The breath of doubt learns how to wait. The groove lays bricks, the reverb glows. A hallway where the wisdom goes. I press my palm to time's appliance. The walls stand up on quiet silence. I ain't holy, I ain't tame. I just retired from losing games. I spend my sparks on better nights. I let my scars become my rights. I carry storms in sealed jars. I steer by truth instead of stars. And when the world wants grand defiance, I sign my name with seasoned silence. Ain't no choir singing for the still, no trumpets for a tempered will. But watch the ride fold its wings when patient hands arrange the strings. You want the key to this appliance? It's breath and spine and quiet signs. When chaos begs for your compliance, stand tall inside your built-up silence. So pour one for the sovereign few. No trouble. Tailor's chalk like moonlight on coal. Tape around my ribs, measuring toe. Silk takes breath, buttons take bone. Mirror keeps secrets, I won't atone. Horn sighs low, piano writes ash. Bass counts debts I refuse to stash. I smile like a verdict stitched within. Step into evening in a suit made of sin. I flow like a river where whispers swim. Cufflinks clink soft like a chapel hymn. I press my past till the creases obey. Steamed out the tremor, taught doubt to stay. Every pocket holds a quiet law. Every seam knows what mercy saw. I don't wear thunder, I hem the storm. Laid to rest in a measured form. There's perfume in the hall that remembers a war. Footsteps that know what forgiveness is for. I walk through rooms that lean to hear. Watch courage slow, dance with fear. This isn't gold, it's a tailored debt. Threaded with names I won't forget. If elegance is armor, I'm armor thin. But the cut is perfect on a suit made of sin. Count to 4, keep breath inside. Hide the bruise where the pearls reside. If truth must show, let the lights go dim. I'll say it's softer in a suit made of sin. That I wear my quiet like a crown that burns. Fit by the lessons no saint returns. If grace is a fabric that won't give in, I stitch my name in a suit made of sin. No thunder needed, no borrowed grin. I rule the room in a suit made of sin. When love wants proof and fate wants skin, I pay in silence with a suit made of sin. Taylor once told me, stand like you swear. I learned to vow with the weight I wear. Wool takes shape like a patient lie. Shape it too long and the truth runs dry. There's a woman whose eyes unbutton the night. She knows a zipper between wrong and right. She says, does that fabric forgive your hands? I say it forgives nothing, only understands. I pocketed rage like a folded tie. Took it out seldom, let most go by. The city keeps track with a ledger of seams, invoices printed in unlit dreams. I sign with a nod, I pay with a glance, I dance with danger in a lawful stamp. You think it's glamour, but look again. It's discipline draped in a suit made of sin. Count to 4, let the snare draw near. Teach your pulse to disappear. If sorrow asks where I've been, tell it measure in a suit made of sin. I wear my quiet like a crown that burns, fit by the lessons no saint returns. If grace is a fabric that I won't give in, I stitch my name in a suit made of sin. No thunder needed, no borrowed grin. I rule the room in a suit made of sin. When love wants proof and faith wants skin, I pay in silence with a suit made of sin. Tailor's chalk traced the cost of pride, marked where the boy in me went to hide. Pinned the shoulders built from nights when I held back flames and turned off lights. Hemmed the memories to ankle length so I don't trip over borrowed strength. Pressed a crease into second chances so they fall sharp in slow romance. There's a prayer sewn thin beneath the chest for names I couldn't keep at rest. I carry their echoes like hidden thread. Pull too hard, it breaks instead. So I tug with care, I wear with grace. I let the stitch hold time and place. If virtue's velvet and vice is skin, I'm somewhere honest in a suit made of sin. Count to 4, let the brass confess. Breathe through linen, admit the mess. When judgment knocks, don't let it in. Make it wait outside my suit made of sin. I wear my quiet like a crown that burns, fit by the lessons no saint returns. If grace is a fabric that I won't give in, I stitch my name in a suit made of sin. No thunder needed, no borrowed grin. I rule the room in a suit made of sin. When love wants proof and fate wants skin, I pay in silence with a suit made of sin. Bring me the boat I couldn't afford, cloth of regret that the past has stored. Bring me the thimble that saved my hands when rage tore holes in gentler plans. Mark it alone. I'll base my fury in unpicked pain. Press it flat with a midnight rain. And if the fit asks blood to win, I'll bleed discreetly through a suit made of sin. No applause, no brighter gin, just breath and cloth and the man within. I wear my quiet like a crown that burns, fit by the lessons no saint returns. If grace is a fabric that I won't give in, I stitch my name in a suit made of sin. No thunder needed, no borrowed grin. I rule the room in a suit made of sin. When love wants proof and fate wants skin, I pay in silence with a suit made of sin. Write it in brass, write it all screwed. I could unlearn Rome in a suit made of sin. I take my spot at a rousey beat, all the bum dark up in a suit made of sin. Tell us chalk clock. D minor dawn on a water skin. Miss writes cursive where banks begin. Gravel listen, reeds lean slow, piano of droplets counting go. I touch the rail and feel time run. This river moves, but forgets no one. I've walked beside this faithful vein, through winter glass and summer rain. It kept my secret, learned my stride, filed my anger, gentle pride. I threw a stone when I was young, a vow that bent a stubborn tongue. The circles widened, found their sum, they're singing still, the river's drum. I thought I left those echoes then, but water keeps what shapes a man. Count to 4 with the ribs, not pride. Let breathe be the long, clear guide. If memory begs for a brighter gun, point to the current. It forgets no one. The river forgets no one. It carries, doesn't erase. It smooths the names we called and leaves them in their place. No judgment in its running, no scoreboard in its run. It holds the world in motion. The river forgets no one. Folds a letter thin and drops it in like a trusted hymn. Fence still holds her script, confess. The water tucks it to its chest. 2 kids throw sticks and count to 4. Each choice chooses its farther shore. They cheer for the one that learns to bend. They watch the stubborn sinking end. I nod like maps that finally know you move by yielding more than go. What couldn't listen came undone, but mercy swam. It drowned no one. Breathe on 4, let strings lean low. Let piano leave space where meanings grow. If pride returns with a hurried tongue, set it to water. It forgives no one. The river forgets no one. It carries, doesn't erase. It smooths the names we carved and leaves them in their place. No judgment in its running, no scoreboard in its run. It holds the world in motion. The river forgets no one. I kept a drawer of unmailed lines, apologies stitched to winter vines. I read them here and tear them slow, like petals training grief to grow. The pages drift in softened bits, become a school of tender wits. A carp turns once, a heron bows. The river signs the gentler vows. It doesn't lift me out of pain, it teaches names for honest rain. I learned to stand where truths are spun, not to be spotless, just become. Count to 4 till the heart stands sure. Let quiet be strong and good be pure. If thunder begs for a borrowed gun, show it these banks, they shoot no one. The river forgets no one. It carries, doesn't erase. It smooths the names we carved and leaves them in their place. No judgment in its running, no scoreboard in its run. It holds the world in motion. The river forgets no one. Bring me the locks I forced for sure. I'll oil them now and let them go. Bring me the names I said too hard. I'll speak them soft in the backyard. Bring me the miles I sprinted thin. I'll walk them back with broader skin. Let finger pick guitar bend once, then rest, let bass keep time inside the chest. If victory wants a neon sun, feed it bread by the rivers run. Because power without kindness is only one, and rivers keep the ledger. They forget no one. Say less, stand plain, count to 4, remain. Across the bend, a factory wall, rust and ivy equal draw. The river eats the iron's pride, turns red to brown, then lets it slide. Even the worst it learns to lift, not to pretend but give it drift. A bottle note inside my hand, a boy's small script, a future plan. I'll learn to fix, I'll learn to stay. I'll make the doors behave this way. I seal it back and trust the run. Some other shore will meet that sun. Hold that 4, let rim click, pray. Let mercy sign the day. If history asks what we've become, point at the water. It forgets no one. The river forgets no one. It carries, doesn't erase. It smooths the names we carved and leaves them in their place. No judgment in its running, no scoreboard in its run. It holds the world in motion. The river, it forgets no one. The river forgets no one. It carries, doesn't erase. Write it in reeds and walking stones, in bridges strong and humbler homes. No brightest crown, no loud enthroned, just breathe and bread and labor grown. If I am gone and daylight runs, remember how the water hums. Dawn loosens the knot on the eastern seam. Mist folds slow like a patient dream. Gravel breathes under honest shoes. Water speaks in quiet news. I touch the rail of a weathered shore. The river moves, but it don't rush anymore. I used to chase what the thunder sold, trade young fire for borrowed gold. Ran with a clock clenched in my jaw, bit down on seconds till I cracked the law. Every bridge was a dare to run, every street a loaded gun. Now I count by softer signs, bird prints stitched in muddy lines, steam from a mug that forgives the cold, stories that learn to age, not fold. I wear a coat with fewer wars, let wind edit what time ignores. Count to 4 with the ribs, not pride. Let the breath be the calmer guide. If yesterday bangs like a locked old door, let water answer, not anymore. The river doesn't rush anymore. It carries, it keeps, it sets ashore. It turns sharp stones to a kind of foam, teaches a spine how to weather a storm. I lift my hands and I ask no more. I walk beside what I begged before. Call it mercy, call it Lord. The river doesn't rush anymore. I've seen men drown in a thimble of need, argue with blessings, sprint past the seed. I've watched loud hearts hire a crowd to clap for the breaking they wore like a shroud. I've bargained with rage and I've rented regret, paid too much for a faster bed. But patience writes smaller checks that clear at dawn without side effects. The heron stands like a seasoned judge, feeding rumor, mine won't budge. He blinks the noise off both his eyes, signs the minutes and lets them rise. Breathe on full, let the snare stay faint, leave the drum for the soft to sing. If pride comes limping to settle a score, let the river say, not anymore. The river doesn't rush anymore. It carries, it keeps, it sets ashore. It rounds the edges, the city war, returns the name to a truer core. I give my hurry to the water's floor. It dissolves like salt I can't restore. Call it wisdom earned in pores. The river doesn't rush anymore. There's a road that taught me how to bow without losing bow, to stand like fence posts, hold a field, firm below and warm to yield. I used to think that peace was weak, till silence answered when I'd speak, till mercy held my shaking hand, till rest rewrote my business plan. Now when a rumor lifts its blade, I change the light, not the parade. The younger me would press and roar, the older me opens one more door. Bring me the miles I tried to sprint, the letters I sealed but never sent. Bring me the locks I broke for show, I'll oil the hinges and learn them slow. Let the guitar bend like willow bone, let the bass say stay, be stone. If time is water and I'm the shore, let love erode what hurt was for. Say less, hold more, count to 4, let it pour. A kid throws sticks where the eddies spin, watches each choice decide its end. Some sink quick, some turn and glide, some find the far bank's patient side. His mother laughs at a stubborn twig, says even the small learn how to dig. I taste a memory on my tongue, the first time failure kept me young. When I stopped forcing every bend, let a smaller victory be my friend. When later wasn't loss or chore, just ripples moving toward a shore. Count to 4 till the fear grows bored, let quiet be the last strong word. If lightning brags like it owns the floor, I show it water, not anymore. The river doesn't rush anymore. It carries, it keeps, it sets ashore. It hums the names we used to score, turns sharp to round from push to pour. I give the wheel what water swore, to mold, to live a score. Not any Labolito. The river doesn't rush anymore. Sappho's odor, other can football. Wind says maybe nevermore. A town's the tower with a melon shore that carries stone.